going on, Blossom back? Welcome back to another episode of Top Drives and another episode of What Can You Get From That Pack. Finally, Harriet's collection is around the corner, and I think she is one of the last couple of bosses to get their heyday in this very, very overused collection series at this point. I think aside from Harriet, it's just Lady Blackwood and Legrand. So I think those are the only two that are left after her. But anyway, guys, here are the prize cards that you can get. It is a rerun of the GMC Yukon XL Denali. I had it fully upgraded as an ultra rare, went down to a super. I haven't touched it since. And then we've got the Honda NSX-R, which is also a rerun. The last time this came out was, I think, 3-4 years ago as an epic. We got a brand new prize car in the Citroen CLE's touring car. Looking forward for this one because it is also a saloon, which is my speciality, but it's also a front-wheel drive car that's slick tires, which is also my speciality strictly for clubs. So very happy with this. You know, I'm definitely gonna fully upgrade that when I get it. And then last but not least, it is a new legendary prize car, the Peugeot 205 T16 Paris Dakar. Again, nothing really special about this. I guess the only thing that stands out about this car is its high ground clearance. Outside of the ground clearance, nothing else about this car makes me go wow. The handling is honestly quite terrible, and everything else is a bit irrelevant, honestly. When I look at these kind of cars, four-wheel drive off-road tires, the only thing that matters to me is this number right here, and 81 isn't that great. That being said, today we're not going to be opening one carbon fiber. We're not going to be opening 2, 3, or 4. We're going to be opening the 5-time carbon fiber, which is this offer that you see right here. 25 cards, and you also get 25 slots and 30,000 cash and a whole host of Harriet collection cards. And the main reason why I'm opening the bigger pack, usually when it comes to these collection series, I would open like the single at most, and I wouldn't touch anything else. Filberto was terrible. I didn't want to touch that. But for Harriet's collection, I'm genuinely excited. And honestly, I look at the car pool here, and I couldn't tell you why. I couldn't tell you why that I was so excited. I was looking at all the cars, right? I was setting up this video, taking screenshots of all these cars in my garage so I could put them all in the tier list. And I was like, wow, why have I been anticipating Harriet's collection? I've literally been waiting for Harriet's collection since last week, to the point where I genuinely think that Harriet's collection came out later than usual. I thought that this was a collection series that would come out, you know, last week, right after Filberto's collection died out. But we had to wait a couple of days, and I was like, what's taking it so long? I don't know why, but I was genuinely excited for this tag, even though the cars aren't that great. So, you know, when I was setting up the video, I was kind of thinking to myself, okay, why am I so excited for this? I didn't give a damn about Filberto's or Hugo's or Suma or any other boss, and I was like, yeah, why am I so excited for this? And I think the main reason, honestly, is because the game has been so boring the past couple of weeks. Look, I know some people out there really enjoy the Apex collection, because I genuinely feel that the people that enjoy Apex collection were the exact kind of people Hutch made that event for, and that isn't me, right? I love the Tri-Series. It's fun, and I thought that the Apex collection was just incredibly boring and monotonous. Okay, I know people like it, and I'm not going to attack it. I'm not going to say that it's bad, but I think it's bad. So I'm not going to say that it's generally bad, but I just think it's boring. I just think it's really boring. The Apex collection was so boring, and I didn't know what to do in Talk Drive. Even when it came to making videos, I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's, oh man. But anyway, also another reason why I'm excited for this pack, not only because it's something new, but also because it has this AMG SLS Electric, which is a car that I really, really want. I have obviously screenshotted these cars from my own garage, and as you can see, only 2 cars here as the wishlist tag. One being the SLS AMG Electric, the other one being a Mercedes C350. And the main reason why those are wishlisted is because I'm wishlisting every single Mercedes I don't have, because I want to collect every single Mercedes in the game. But also at the same time, the SLS Electric is kind of iconic to me, because I remember watching this in a Top Gear episode. Jeremy Clarkson was reviewing the SLS Electric alongside the regular AMG SLS. You guys remember that episode? It's fantastic, honestly. And honestly, I'm saying honestly a lot here. Sorry about that. But what's another word for honestly? What's a synonym for honesty? To be real. Almost said to be honest. But to be real, the AMG SLS Electric was special to me because this was a time where electric cars weren't everywhere, and it wasn't shoved down your throat, right? This was something interesting and new, and also, like, it looked exactly like an AMG SLS, but with that fluorescent yellow on it, and I just thought that it was relatively interesting, right? So I think it's an iconic car that way too. But anyway, guys, enough yapping. Let's review the pack, and then we're gonna open the 5 times carbon fiber as well. As always, This is my personal opinion. So if you have any other opinions about the cars that you might differ with mine, that's completely fine. I'm just telling you how I feel about these cars after playing the game for like 8 years. As always, guys, here we go. Der Kaiser, rightly rated, requires some criteria, special tag challenge, and Robin's Wondrous World of plus and minus 3 RQ. We're going to start off with a car that reflects very closely to the prize car for Harriet's collection, the grand prize, which is that Peugeot 205 T16. Now, 205 T16 doesn't handle very well, and it's basically classified, and it's basically remembered by the fact that it has high ground clearance. That's its one trick. It's high ground clearance in a world where most of these, off-road tire cars are medium or low, at least four-wheel drive off-road tire cars that are not, SUVs and stuff like that. But yeah, the Veloster Grappler is also unique in a sense where it's the only front-wheel drive off-road tire car of high ground clearance. So if it was like front-wheel drive clubs and there was motocross, then the Grappler would be a decent car for you to use. It's a very one-trick pony. I wouldn't really use it anywhere else. I mean, yes, you can kind of use it in like a South Korean challenge where you can use off-road tires, but then again, the Hyundai Moab exists. So again, and that's a better car. So if you need to save a little bit of RQ, maybe the Veloster Grappler might be decent. I'm gonna put it in require some criteria. I feel like we've reviewed this car many times, and I don't see anything different. It's always the same thing that I talk about when I review this car. It's a one-trick pony because it has high ground clearance. That's it. Moving on, we've talked about this car many times. Robin's Wondrous World, Audi, same thing as well. Buick Avista, I'm going to say requires some criteria. It has 90 handling. Now, there's one comment that really, I won't say pissed me off, but it was a really poor assessment. I got it from my last episode from my What Can You Get video. And people were saying, not people, but someone was, just one person. He was saying that, I'm being biased towards American cars because I think I rated a Buick in that previous video relatively highly, even though it had the same niches as a BMW, which I ranked a tier lower. Here's the thing, guys, Buick versus BMW. Let me paint the picture for you, okay? The reason why I rank Buicks a little bit higher is because they have a smaller competition pool. Let's talk about ultra rares, and let's go to performance tires, right? So where are performance car attributes? Performance tires and slick tires, okay? So I'm gonna go to BMW, okay? BMW, go all cars with ultra rare performance and slick. How are we doing this? How are we doing this? They're 29. So there are 29 cars that are ultra rare, BMW performance and slick. Now let me change that image to Buick. You've got 5. and this is the best handling one of the lot, right? Of all the Buicks. So, in a general sense, both of these cars might not be that useful, but when you bring it down to just their manufacturer, Buicks will stand out more within other Buicks in a niche than BMWs within other BMWs in a niche. So yes, for the most part, and it's not American bias, I'm going to rank the Buick higher than what you would expect me to rank like an Audi, for example, like this one right here. There's so many ultra Audis in the game. This thing is terrible. I'm going to say requires special tag challenge though, because that used to be like RQ57. Obviously the RQs has already been corrected, so I don't think it should fit in Robin's Wondrous World plus or minus 3 RQ. I think it should be where it is at the RQ52 range. Now we're moving on to the Maserati Spiders. Now these two, you look at these two cars and you think, oh, the MRA might be decent, right? No, you're completely wrong. The MRA on these two Maseratis, so the RQ54 has an MRA of 66.67, and the RQ53 has an MRA score of 64.81. So it ain't that great, honestly. These two cars at best special tag challenge as well. Honda NSX 3.2. I mean, is it still rightly rated? I think it's rightly rated, but is it still useful? Is APR still considered a new update at this point? That's a tough one. Here's a fun fact for you though. Out of every single Ultra that you can pack from Harriet's collection, this RQ54 has the best handling. 86 handling. It's the best handling Ultra that you can get from Harriet's collection with 86. Fun fact, in second place, the second best handling car is the Subaru Legacy STI. Oh my goodness. And this is a special tag collection car. Honestly, back in the day when JPT was still new, this was the car that I call, and I still dub it, the Hell Sushi, because it's one of the few Subarus with four-wheel drive medium ground clearance. I mean, all of them have four-wheel drive medium ground clearance, but it's one of the few Subarus with decent MRA. Most Subarus in the game, they got an MRA score of like 50 or 60, but the Hell Sushi over here has an MRA of 76.57. Here's a fun fact. Out of every single Ultra Rare from Harriet's collection, collection, the Subaru Legacy STI, which I call Hell Sushi, has the second highest MRA score at 76. The Ultra of the best MRA from Harriet's collection is this Ford FPV, which is 77. So not a single Ultra that you're going to see here has more than 80 MRA. I got these stats from Top Drives Records if anybody is wondering. But anyway, the Subaru Legacy, back then JPT was a useful car. Nowadays it's a special tag challenge car. Ford FPV GS, I would say, requires some criteria. It's good for saloon events. It's low ground clearance. Most saloons are medium ground clearance within this range. Handles decently for a saloon as well, and it has decent MRA and a high top speed, higher than most German cars that are, ultra, that are limited to 155 miles per hour. That's 170, so that's a little better. I'm going to put that and requires some criteria. Moving on is the BMW 640D, a car which I think has good MRA, but it just doesn't. It has 73.91, so it's not even top 3 in terms of MRA. The top 3 cars would be the FPV, the Subaru Legacy, as well as the Mercedes-Benz SL500. But the BMW 640D is a special tag challenge car. Moving on is the Audi S4 Avant, again, special tag challenge in my opinion. The Holden Caprice, also a car that a lot of people kind of just forget. Honestly, I think it's Robin's Wonders with a plus and minus 3 RQ. The problem is, look at these two cars, right? The FPV and the Holden Caprice. Between these two cars, there's only one RQ that sets them apart. This one is more expensive than the other. That being said, the FPV has more MRA, a higher top speed, a lower 0 to 60, and better handling. And the only reason why the Caprice is 1 RQ higher than the FPV is because it's freaking medium ground clearance. Who the freaking hell cares? So yeah, Robin's Wonders with a plus and minus 3 RQ, that thing should go down. Big Regal Tour X is one of the few cars that I'm actually very interested in unpacking because it used to be an epic and I would like to get it for my 5x carbon fiber if I would. I'm gonna put that and require some criteria. The BMW, this one honestly, I don't know much about it. I really don't. I just know that it handles okay, and that's really about it. It did get a cut though. It used to be 78 stock, right? And it got cut to 74 and went down to an ultra rare. BMW 760i, this one again, this BMW, a lot of people say, oh, it's got great MRI. It doesn't. This BMW has an MRA of 66.16. It's Robin's Wonders with a plus and minus 3 RQ. Calais XC5 comes next. I'm going to say requires some criteria. I mean, it's 83 handling when you fully upgraded. It also used to be an epic, which is great, but now you're getting a lot of ultra also retired cars. They get a handling score of 84 stock. But I would put those ultras in rightly rated. So this one I would just say requires some criteria. It's a mid-range car. We talked about this BMW, right? This was the one that sparked the comment from the previous video. People were saying that I was being too harsh on this BMW, that it's actually pretty good, and it should be wherever I put the Buick. No, it's not. We already talked about it early on in the video. This thing competes with 5 cars. This thing competes with 29. So shut up. Moving on, BMW X5 45e. This one I'm gonna say requires some criteria. It doesn't handle as well as the XT5. It is 1 RQ higher, I get that. Has a low 0 to 60, and it is one of the better hybrids though. Though the BMW that you really want though, that used to be an epic that went down to an ultra, because this used to be an epic, went down to an ultra. But the one that you really want is the white one. I think it's a white X5. That car hits way above its weight. It's RQ62, but it beats a bunch of 64s. Audi S4 B7. This one is up next, and this is the car with the Ultra of the 3rd best MRA that you can unpack if I remember correctly. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not. Never mind. No, it's not. It's 69 MRA. Thing's trash. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in special tag challenge. Suzuki EVX concept requires some criteria. We did talk about this car in overrated or overpowered. It's not that great. It's okay. It's okay. But it's not game changing. It's not like a Skoda Enyaq or anything like that. Audi 45, again, requires some criteria. And the BMW M2 35i, I'm going to put that in right rated. 90 handling, 4-wheel drive, and medium ground clearance. It's funny. I remember I did a review of this car, and I said it was medium when it was low. And then people called me out saying that it's actually low. But now it's actually medium, so that's good because I've seen this car in real life and I'm just like, yeah, it's gotta be medium. But yeah, now it's genuinely medium, right? It would be funny if it isn't, but I genuinely think it's medium. I mean, we can go and check if I want to second guess myself here, but I'm pretty sure it's medium. There you go. So I'm gonna say rightly rated. It's okay. Now moving on to the epics. Okay, so I also have some stats for the epics over here. The highest MRA epic that you can get. None of these epics hit more than 90 MRA, which is very sad. The highest MRA epic is the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG, the W204. That has 89 MRA. The second highest MRA car is the Mercedes SLS Electric with 87 MRA. The third highest is the Mazda Zetus with 86 MRA, and this is the best handling car at 90 handling as well. Doesn't make it good though, it's just good for the challenge, that's it. So I'm going to put that require a special tag challenge. It's going to be good for the challenge, I'm pretty sure. But outside of that, I think you'd rather use the Mazda Atlantis. The Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet, Robin's 1 as well, plus or minus 3 RQ. Honda Civic Type R requires a special tag challenge. Again, if I'm going to rank this car that low, it means that the APR hype is dead. And if the APR hype is dead, then it's only fair that I move the NSX 3.2 down one too. Volvo XC60. Okay, is that a bit too mean for the Civic Type R? Here's the problem with the Civic Type R, right? Everyone says that if you have the Civic Type R, and, you know, considering that you play a lot of clubs, you know, the Civic Type R might be useful for you because you can use it in medium ground clearance events. But the problem is, there was a front-wheel drive 5 times in clubs today while I was playing, and there was Ocean City streets everywhere, and the problem was, even though I have the Civic Type R fully upgraded, it loses to the Citroen, the Xantia, whatever it's called. That car is it's just better. I don't know, what is it called? It's is it even a Citroen? That's the question. Yeah, the Zara, right? So this is just better. It's just better. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Okay, at most, okay, so check might be a bit harsh. I'm gonna put that requires some criteria. Moving on, XC60 Recharge. That is special tag challenge. Mercedes C350 is a special tag challenge kind of car as well. The M1 special tag challenge. 718 came on. I'm gonna say special tag challenge. It's just way too low in RQ. Q50 Red Sport 400. I'm gonna put that requires some criteria. If you need to use a medium ground clearance Japanese car and you can want to save a little bit of RQ, that's not bad, because most Japanese, you know, saloons, or most Japanese medium ground clearance cars for that matter with performance tires, they have overinflated RQs because of 4-wheel drive. So that one actually is not overinflated. So I think there are some cars here. I mean, if anything, I think it's even rightly rated, but I just don't think it's that good of a car to put it up there. So I'm going to put it in require some criteria. Audi A6 all-road, man, I'm going to put that there. I mean, that might be too high. I might even bring it down one. Ford Falcon XR6, again, special tag challenge. Chrysler 300 SRT8. This one, Robin's Wonders World of plus and minus 3 RQ. It got a handling, I mean not a handling, it got an RQ buff because it's seen as a dragster, right? But get this, it only has 78 MRA. Like, how is that anything of any pride? Like, how are you proud of having 78 MRA? I don't care if you get a higher top speed or anything like that. Again, you know what? I'm going to bring down the XR6. These two cars belong here. I think medium ground clearance cars are the next ones to join the Audis and getting their RQ slashed because they're too high in RQ, honestly. Audi S4, that's up next. I'm going to put that in Robin's Wonders World. AMG C63, right? 89 MRA, which is great. Medium ground clearance, nice as well. 93 handling when you fully upgrade that. But at most, I can only put it in require some criteria. I own the C63. I have it fully upgraded, and I don't use it at all. Where is it? There we go. C63 AMG. I've had it for 704 days. 2 races, dude. 704 days, 2 races. I mean, here's the thing, right? The E63, I think, is actually very useful. 485 races, right? 81%. Which is just always going to be slightly better than the C63 AMG in most places, unless you put them in a twisty scenario, but really you're going to use this car as the medium ground clearance. I think C63, I'm going to bring it down as a special tag challenge, honestly. Dude, 2 years, I've only, raced it twice. Cadillac Escala, this one's coming up next, 78 MRA, but at most I think it's going to join the C63 down here. Porsche 911 Carrera, I'm going to put that in, of course, some criteria. It's got good handling for a 4-wheel drive car. 97 when you fully upgrade that. I'm waiting for an opportunity to use my Carrera. I do have 2 of them, but they're both stock, and I think they've been here for quite some time. The locked one, yeah, this is the locked one, right? So it's been here for 988 days. I've only used it 10 times. The only reason why I'm going to put it in require some criteria is because it handles relatively well for a 4-wheel drive car. That's all. Lamborghini Diablo, the highest top speed car of any epic for Harriet's collection. Still very terrible. 80 MRA only. I'm going to put that in requires a special tag challenge. I think it'll be good in this special tag challenge, but only here. Audi A4 Avant, same thing. Special tag, maybe. AT3 handling, 4-drive standard. No, requires special tag challenge. I think they're better. Okay, fine. Requires some criteria because we do have 2 higher tiers. Der Kaiser has not been used once, ladies and gentlemen. Volkswagen Golf R400. I think this car is a piece of crap. It has an MRA score of like 0. I have taken screenshots and it doesn't even fit. Oh, it does. 68. 68.52. 85, yes, special tag challenge. 85 handling, that's what I was gonna say. Porsche Panamera, this used to be a legendary. I am interested in unpacking this one. It has an MRA of 77, 3.8, 84, but I'm gonna put it in the same rank as the Volkswagen, man, they're both terrible. The Audi RS3 Nardo edition, okay, a little bit better, 86 stock. Still though, not the best thing in the world, I'm putting it requires some criteria. BMW 745 LEX drive, I'm gonna put that in requires some criteria. Audi R8 Spider V10, I'm also going to put that in require some criteria. They're not terrible, but they're not great. Mercedes AMG SLS Electric 3787. It is a slightly better version of the 911 Carrera 4, and for that reason, I'm going to put it in rightly rated. And that also used to be an X-Legendary that's now an RQ78. Now, moving on to the Legendaries, we've got the Audi RS e-tron. It's got a very low 0 to 60, but the handling is honestly very bad. I'm going to put that in requires a special tag challenge. I think some people might actually disagree. They might say, Blossom, you're being too harsh. It's like, you know, requires some criteria at best. Maybe it is average if you fully upgrade the handling or something like that. But again, I don't want to put in like invest in 6 to 9 ultra rares just so I can say that a legendary is okay. Audi RS6, same thing, is terrible. Ariel Atom 3, it's a very specialist niche kind of car, very lightweight, very nimble. You would expect to use it on a slalom in car park and nothing else. Requires some criteria. Porsche Macan GTS. Oh my god, finally a car that's actually pretty damn good. I think it's still just shy of Der Kaiser though. It handles really well, so well for a 4-wheel drive all-surface tire car, but still rightly rated. No car has reached Der Kaiser yet. It's ridiculous. Lamborghini Huracan Evo, rear-wheel drive Spider. Still not Der Kaiser. It's not bad. 99 handling for a Lamborghini, right? That's always good. But still not worthy. Pagani Zonda Cinque. Rightly rated. It's a good legendary, but I don't think it's the best of the best. Porsche 911 Turbo. I might put that in Der Kaiser later. I might. Corvette C7R, that's going Der Kaiser. Zenvo, that's going Der Kaiser. Hyundai, that's going Der Kaiser. And the Aventador SVJ Roadster, that's going to go under rightly rated. Let's have a look at these two. Aventador and 911 Turbos. Should both of them go to the Der Kaiser ranks? What do we think here? When I think of 4-wheel drive Porsche 911s, I don't really think of the blue one that comes to mind. I think of the silver. Yeah, I think of this bad boy, the Turbo S37992. That's the one where I would put in Der Kaiser. You give me the 991.2 and I'm just like, rightly rated, right? Same thing for the Aventador SVJ. When you think about the Aventador SVJ, you know, 4-wheel drive and all that, you would think of the Aventador SV, or the SVJ, but that's a price car, so we won't really count that. SV. Looking at the rest of the competition, the fact that it has more handling than, you know, things like the SV Roadster, the S, Aventador Coupe, and all that kind of stuff, I'm inclined to put it there, ever so slightly. Oh, it's tough. You've got things like the CN Roadster, which on paper just looks better, right? It can go either way. I'm going to put it in Der Kaiser ever so slightly, okay? But anyway, guys, that's it for the review. So, it's not a great pack, so I really don't know why I'm excited, but I don't care. I am excited, so we are going to go and open that 5x carbon fiber. So without further ado, guys, before we end the video, 6,000 gold. Let's get ourselves something cool. Things that I want the most, AMG SLS Electric, or anything of legacy rarity. That's all I want. Anything of legacy status, I will happily get. Whether it's that, what is it, the Buick Regal, right? The Touareg, whether it's this thing, whether it's the Audi TT45, whether it's even the Audi RS3 Nardo. Anything of legacy rarity is all I want. Also, some new cars in the rare category wouldn't hurt as well. So let's see what we get. Beautiful Light. We got a Peugeot 207, Skoda Kamiq, Hyundai Santa Fe, Mini Cooper. I don't think there are any super rares that I want from Harriet's collection, so we can move through these super quickly. Audi A4, we unpacked both of them earlier on. Okay, Buick Vista, that's the first one we're getting. Alright, number 2, Maserati Quattroporte, nothing there. Ford FPV GS. We got an Audi S4. I think I already have that unpacked. I think there's only one card left, so... I don't know, man. I'm a bit scared. You know, if we're getting a higher grade ultra rare, I would like to get an Audi TT. If it has to be an ultra. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Right. Well, on that disappointing note, hope you guys have a great day. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and blow smell. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bond